Welcome in to today's video. So this is gonna be new. I think I'm gonna start doing these just because I edit them myself. But basically, on the days that I can't record or make it into the podcast, the next day I'm gonna follow up with a YouTube video. Who knows? I might start doing these regularly. I don't know yet. Welcome to the first official Super Scoop YouTube video. Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be ranking every NFL team's need. What I mean by this is what they need the most on their team. And there's going to be some good answers, some genuine answers, and some bullshit answers to just fuck around and be funny. If you guys would not mind dropping down below in the description, joining our Discord, following us on Twitter, Instagram, all of our socials, and let's get into it. So here we are at the tier list, guys. As you can see, we have all 32 teams here. We just have the word need because that's, I don't know what else to put. Right into it, starting off with the New Orleans Saints. Their biggest need at this moment is definitely somebody at the running back position. And Kamara's coming back, I believe, this week. So hopefully they get that in him. And if not, then I don't know. Right, the Broncos, their biggest need is a fucking clean slate. That is exactly what the Broncos need. 0-3, embarrassing 50-point loss to Miami last week. Sean Payton has not turned this team around like people would say. Russ has done a decent job, but I don't know what it is. These guys just can't win games. The Miami Dolphins, their biggest need is to his health, honestly. And he's not hurt at the moment, but they need him to be healthy through the rest of the season in order for their success. This team comes down to Tua. Without Tua, there is no Dolphins. Giants, yeah, you guys need offensive line. You guys have been getting killed. Daniel Jones has no time in the pocket at all whatsoever. Judging by that 40-point loss to Dallas, and a shutout. So, I mean, you guys just can't get anything done. And I know they had that comeback against the Cardinals, but that does not change the fact that Daniel Jones is still getting hit. Ravens, biggest need, probably health. I know Marlon Humphrey's been out the entire season. I know a couple other players have as well. I know Mark Andrews was hurt for a little bit. I think he's back in now. I know Odell's hurt now. These guys are just banged up every single year, dude, and it sucks. On to the Steelers. Definitely quarterback. You got to figure out what's going on with Kenny Pickett. He has his moments. He flashes. But, I mean, at this current time, Kenny Pickett might be the reason that Mike Tomlin has his first losing season in the NFL. On to the Bengals. Your biggest need is to get your head out of your ass. No, but in all seriousness, I do think that they need offensive line help, which I think is the main reason Joe has been playing so bad and that entire offense hasn't been able to get anything done lately because their offensive line is shit. Cowboys, your biggest need is to not choke to bum-ass teams. That's all I'm saying. The Vikings, you guys definitely need defense. And I would say Kirk, but Kirk has his moments. The Vikings defense is so bad, it's the only reason why they're losing games at this point. And there's no excuse for it. The defense on the Vikings is just shit. Browns, I would say running back, but Jerome Ford is seemingly just taken over that job. And I'm going to honestly say your biggest need is probably Watson on this one. Hasn't looked himself this season, man. I mean, dude, like, there's so much you can say about Watson. It's not even funny this season. Whether it's the backwards passes, the fucking sacks, he's fallen over, interceptions, just ugly throws, man. I mean, he got to get it together, bro. The Lions, I would definitely say some defense help, probably safety room. I know CJ Gardner-Johnson went out. That offense looks beautiful. So many different options on that offense. It's insane. They just got to get some defensive help. That's all. Moving on to the Eagles. Stumped. I don't even know what the Eagles do or do not need. I'm going to be completely honest here. They're undefeated. I haven't lost a game. I haven't shown much flaw. I mean, only thing I could think of is Jalen Hurts could like improve a little bit, step up. I think he has slumped a little bit from what he was last year. Not a knock on Jalen. I'm just saying he has not looked like his last year self. He still looked like Jalen Hurts, but not big time last year, you know. The Rams, I'm going to be flat out just honest. You guys need Cooper Kupp. Drastically need Cooper Kupp. If you guys are going to torch defenses, get yards, get points, you need him on that fucking team. The Packers. I could go on. I mean, the list goes. Quarterback. Jordan Love looked like shit last night. Maybe even a coach. I'm not even. I mean, I think Matt LaFleur is probably going to be on the hot seat by the end of the season. I know he doesn't have much to work with, but The only thing this team has lost is a quarterback, and if everyone's saying that Jordan Love is going to turn into the next Aaron Rodgers, he has not shown it yet. Moving on to the Niners, I feel like it's the same thing every year with this team. It's going to be health. Always banged up towards the end of the season, middle of the season. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're always hurt. And I mean, they've done pretty good so far this year, but I know Debo is questionable for this week. Ayuk has been out a couple times. These guys got to get their health together and quit missing games. Moving on to the Commanders, I'm probably going to say quarterback here. The guy threw 4 picks in one game. 4 interceptions. And you're going to defend that? On to the Cardinals. You guys need to tank and quit winning games. I don't know what you guys are doing. They're like putting up tons of points, acting like they want to win the game. And it's kind of scaring me a little bit because these guys are tanking for Caleb. And they know it. And they're just scoring. Moving on to the Jets, I feel like everyone can say this one in unison with me here. It's quarterback. Rodgers is out for the year. You've got Zach Wilson. The team hates him. The locker room hates him. The only person sticking up for this guy is Robert Saleh. Zach is not that guy. They need to bring in a vet. On to the Bills. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. The defense looked fucking fantastic against Washington last weekend, only allowing 3 points. Josh's turnover issue, even though it wasn't that much of a problem this week. But I know he was kind of a loose cannon week 1 with Jordan Whitehead getting 3 picks on him. But that's all I'm going to say for them, really. On to the Falcons. Getting Kyle Pitts the fuck out of Atlanta is what you need to be worrying about right now. Misusing the hell out of that guy. 3 touchdowns. It's his 3rd year. He has 3 career touchdowns, and it's his 3rd season in the league. That is crazy. Moving on to the Bucks, and that is going to be establishing a run game. You guys, you have Rachaad White, a good running back from last season who really put up numbers, and then what's he doing? I mean, honestly, what is he doing? He sat behind Fournette last year, I believe, but what has he done this season? You know, everyone was high on him this year, Rachaad White, but what has he done? Actually, what has he done? Moving on to Seattle. I'm not really sure what to say about the Seahawks. Have not kept up with them much this season. So I think their biggest need is getting a spot in the division for postseason. And I think they can be really good, but they have a really tough division to fight for. The Rams have been looking pretty good this year. The Niners are obviously going to win that fucking division no matter what. And I mean, you've got the bum-ass Cardinals who could beat the Seahawks divisional game, but we don't know. So I'm just going to say staying in that playoff race. Moving on to the Patriots, and that's getting Mac Jones' ass in control. I'll throw up a clip of it now. Mac fucking ball check Sauce Gardner. What the hell, bro? What the hell? Moving on to the Texans. If you don't know, I'm a Texans fan, so I've got a lot to say here. Our biggest need is our offensive fucking line and being able to stay healthy, right? We are on to our 3rd string left tackle this week, right? Hopefully, Lambert Thompson will be back next week. Titus Howard is going to be back next week. We're down to our 3rd string. We have not seen what he can do. So that worries me a little bit. City, you guys need a receiver, not named Travis Kelce. I don't know what else to say, I'm going to be honest. The issue with the Chiefs here, obviously, Tony week 1 dropping balls. Sky Moore week 1 not being able to get a reception. They need to trade for a receiver or try to get a guy in free agency or something like that. I don't know, dude. Something. That is making sure Brandon Staley never steps foot in your facility again. Brandon Staley's a fucking dumbass. Whether you are a Chargers fan or not, or you want to accept that shit or not, he is stupid. I mean, you blow a 27-0 playoff lead in Jacksonville. You're in 2 quarters, you blow that shit. How are you allowed on the plane ride home? That's my question. On to the Panthers. That is making sure Bryce Young is being an NFL quarterback. Bryce Young is not only too tiny, lined up behind the guard about 2 weeks ago. Miles Sanders had to literally push him to get back under center. It's crazy. The Panthers' biggest need is being able to make sure Bryce Young can play in this league and not look like he's on the 7th grade flag football team. Titans, that is using Derrick Henry. I have nothing else to say except using Derrick Henry. You guys have either misutilized him or he's getting washed. Bears, that is making sure you draft a quarterback with your number 1 overall pick this year. I've said it multiple times on the podcast. You might have heard me, you might have not. I think Justin Fields is a bust. Most of us do, except Allen. He has done nothing. He has shown no improvement. He has won 5 games as a starter. It is fucking insane to me how he has won 5 games. CJ Stroud, a rookie quarterback who was drafted this season, looks better than him. And he's been in the league. This is his 3rd year in the league. The Colts, that is definitely going to be making sure Jonathan Taylor stays there. He's not going to pay him, or are we going to trade him? See, you guys are going to value him like he's an RB3 and not pay him whatever he wants. But whenever he wants a trade, you guys want 1st round pick package, tons of shit. And I mean, it just, you got to make it make sense, Indianapolis. You got to make it make sense here. And that is to not be fraudulent. You know, everyone was so high on this team. I was high on this team, and I'm their fucking division rival. And you go out there and you blow it to the Texans, right? How do you do that shit? How the fuck do you manage that shit? You blow it to the fucking Texans. That's their biggest need, is getting their shit together. At least we have the Raiders. Honestly, figure out what the fuck you're gonna do this season. Are you gonna win? Are you gonna tank? Are you gonna be ass? I really don't have much to say about the Raiders besides get your shit together. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for my every NFL team's needs. If you like this kind of videos, let me know in the comments. I might start doing them more often. Definitely drop some comments down below saying what I should do next. And you don't know, I might pick your idea. You guys so much for watching, coming out to watch this video. Leave a like and drop a comment down below who your favorite NFL team is. We will see you all in the next video.